Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you some capture cards I've been using to record gameplay video from my Xbox, PlayStation, and then just screen recording from my Mac when I do music production and stuff like that. So I have three capture cards that I'm going to use. Two are the cheap capture cards and one is the Elgato Cam Link. So this is the first cheap one. It's this one is actually a 3.0 USB capture card. It'll run you about 20 bucks or so. The second one's going to be this HD capture, which I'm sure you've seen before in a lot of different videos. And this one actually will run as low as like $12 right now. And then the last one is, of course, the Cam Link, which is kind of the standard for capturing cameras and video and stuff like that. And this one is about $129. So ideally, these capture cards are for capturing camera footage. If you have a camera, that's why it's called the Cam Link. They're not really ideal for gameplay or for video, but I just want to show you what that looks like if you did want to try it out and utilize it for yourself. The only thing about these, if you're capturing gameplay, is you don't want to play the game through the footage coming to the capture card. You want to use a splitter. So you want to make sure you have a splitter that will be able to capture the video on your computer and then also split to a monitor to play the game. That way you don't have button delay, because these do have delay on them. So just keep that in mind. I'll link everything below. So if you want to check some stuff out, links will be below. So let's get right into it. All right, so the first one I'm going to look at is this 3.0 capture card, which will run you about $20. Now, keep in mind that you will have to switch this from, if you're on a Mac, you will have to switch it from 720 to 1080. I'm not sure why it defaults to that, but this one did that. So, of course, this is just a quick sound test coming from the Mac to the capture card. Foremost, this sound right here is coming from the Audio-Technica AT2020, so this guy right here. And this is what Ableton looks like. If you'll notice, there's a green tint that goes along with this capture card. I did notice that across the board. So now I'm going to show you my Xbox, and that green tint becomes very noticeable. You could adjust this to make it look a little bit better with each platform, so just keep that in mind that you can always switch that. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'll be comparing it later on, each capture card differently. So I just want to show you what this looks like, just some animation here with the character, and of course this is Call of Duty Warzone. All right, so now I'm going to switch over to the PlayStation. I'm going to use the same example, the Call of Duty Warzone example, just so you can get an idea. And I'll show you some split screens later on to show you the difference between each capture card. So this is the PlayStation side. Again, some character motion here, and some colors. Again, this does have like a green tint to it. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at this footage. All right, so this next one is going to be the HD capture, and this one again runs as low as like $12 to $14, $15 maybe. So very cheap. And this one, I'm going to look at the PlayStation first, and you could already tell that this one doesn't have as much of the green tint. So you'd actually see side by side what they look like. And then we'll go back to the HD capture here. All right, so this is my Mac screen. Just keep in mind that when you're recording the Mac screen, you'll have to use a HDMI output. So this one's just called HDMI to USB. And again, I'm just going to show you some sound samples, some video samples. This is my YouTube video comparing the Rode Pod mic to the Elgato Wave. If you haven't seen that, be sure and check it out. I'll link it at the top right now. So if you want to see what that sounds like, be sure to check it out. But yeah, let's get right into it. All right, first and foremost, this sound. All right, and then showing a little bit of Ableton because this is what I use it primarily for. So the colors are decent, but you still have a little bit of a green tint to it. So just keep that one in mind. All right, so now we're gonna go over to the Xbox. And if you just want to hear a little bit of the clicking to show that there's some delay, not a lot of delay compared to the first one, but this is the video. As you can notice, it's a little bit darker and the quality does look better on the Xbox in my opinion for this game. So this is going to be a side-by-side comparison from the two capture cards on the Xbox side. And then this is back to the HD capture on the Xbox. All right, so the last one we're going to look at is the Elgato Cam Link. Again, $129. That's what it runs. And this one, when you set up the audio, it's just going to be Cam Link within the Mac. And I'll show you some, just give you some examples of the audio that's coming through a Mac. This is my video, which I show how much I got paid for 500,000 plays. If you haven't seen it, you want to check it out, you want to know some stuff about music and how you get paid, there it is. I'll link it at the top. The payouts that I've received through various stores. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you a breakdown for each store. All right, now just showing a little bit of Ableton. As you can tell, these colors look a lot better than that first two. But again, the other ones aren't bad. So I'll give my wrap up here at the end just to give you an idea of what I think. All right, so I move on to the PlayStation, and this is the PlayStation visual. On the left-hand side is the 3.0. On the right-hand side is the HD capture, and the center is the Elgato Cam Link. So as you can tell, the color difference is very obvious. The green tint still exists on the 3.0 and the HD capture, more so on the 3.0. I'm not sure why that is, but it's just kind of how they're made. And now we're gonna switch over to the Xbox. Again, in my opinion, the Xbox has the best visuals for this, so this is a really good test. Again, this baseline is the Cam Link. I'm gonna bring in the 3.0 to the left, and then to the right here in a little bit, you'll see the HD capture there. So again, the color difference is very obvious, but again, they're very playable, so don't think that just because the colors are bad that it's not playable. And then this is back to the Elgato Cam Link. All right, so that pretty much does it for the look. It was kind of a quick look of the different types of video from the Xbox, PlayStation, and then my Mac desktop, for which I use it to do audio production and stuff like that. Now, I think personally, I wouldn't use the cheaper capture cards to capture video. I would more so use it to capture cameras. Like you can use a GoPro like I did in my other video, or you could use it for any type of camera capture. But it does work. As you could tell, there's not very much delay in terms of the video, but there is some delay in the audio. So you just have to keep that in mind when you're putting this together or putting it in OBS. You might have to add some delay here and there. They are usable, and I would recommend it if you don't want to spend that large amount of money, like the $129. That's kind of a high price tag. But if you can afford it, I would definitely go with the Cam Link because the colors are a lot better. You can go as high as like the HD 60. And that'll already give you the video out to go to your monitors. You wouldn't have to use a splitter. So just keep in mind, you have to use a splitter in order to play the game and then capture. You don't want to be playing the game while you're looking at OBS because you would have a ton of delay and it would just be very frustrating to play. That's pretty much it. Just wanted to show you some different video types and that you can actually use it to record video. It's just not ideal. Yeah, if you like this, be sure to subscribe for more videos like this. I'm going to be doing some more audio stuff in the future, so I will see you then. Later, guys.